Hello Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Welcome to your tarot reading here at the Intuitive Teacup. That's me. I'm happy to have you all out there. Please come into this tarot reading with an open heart and an open mind. Take away only what resonates for you and do release the rest. Trust your own intuition above all else because you are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. That being said, let's set the intention to get Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, any Gemini placements, some clear, helpful, insightful messages for wherever they are at on their spiritual path. All right, Gem, what's up? What's up? Happy Valentine's Day to those who are celebrating. We're going to do a spread who or what is coming in, and then about halfway, maybe a little bit more, towards the end, we are going to pull some oracle cards on money, career, and finances, so do stick around for both. One more good shuffle for Gemini, and we'll hop in. All right, who's coming into Gemini? Who or what is coming in for Gemini? Ooh, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. There's something about holding it in your hand. It's like putty in my hand is what I'm hearing. So that's either how someone's feeling about you or how you're feeling about them. Some of you instantly know who this is. You're like, yeah, I know what's up. I know they want me. All right, so what are their plans? Commitment. Gemini, did you get a Sagittarius to commit? What's your secret? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Let's see. So what are they thinking? They want to be happy. They want to celebrate. They want joy. I think they're thinking you make them happy, which is funny because I just titled a reading that I did for Sagittarius, You Make Me So Happy. All right, let's zoom out a little bit. In all seriousness, guys, it doesn't have to be a Sagittarius, especially given the major arcana you have. You have 3 major players here. So I like to name the zodiac signs. That's just how I roll, but it doesn't mean that has to be someone's sign placement, you know? So yes, Sagittarius. You also have Taurus, the card of the Hierophant. It's all about long-term commitment. It's about stability. We have to remember Taurus is all about fixed earth. So it's the idea of being rock solid. You know, it's about planting seeds, you know, having roots and nurturing those roots long term, or nurturing those seeds, however you want to say it. Then you have the card of the sun showing up in their mental sector, in their communication sector, that Mercury energy. So this is all about positive self-expression. I mean, it's one of the happiest, most joyous cards in the bunch here, Gemini. So there's something very enthusiastic and playful about how they speak with you. I'm hearing the word, it's very freeing. It almost feels like they're able to express themselves to you and not hold back. Like they're not, like they don't have to edit themselves or feel self-conscious. There's something very just warm and inviting about the conversations they have with you. Or if this person hasn't come in yet, that's what they're thinking about you. It's like, I think you make them want to open up. I'm hearing Jack Nicholson in what's that rom-com, or sort of a rom-com in the 90s. He's like, you make me want to be a better man. What is that? All I can think of is What Women Want. That's not the name of it. What is that? Oh, it's called As Good As It Gets. Okay, sorry, moving on. My butterfly brain. Here we go. All right, so how's this person feeling about Gemini? What are the emotions like? Look, I cannot think of something better. It's, Knight of Cups with the page, I'm sorry, let me try that again. The Page of Cups with the Knight of Pentacles. This is all about small emotional offers, asking you out on a date, flirting. It can sometimes be an apology, but that's not really what I'm getting here. But, it's emotional expression with the page. It's not huge. They're not drowning you with emotions. But with the Knight of Pentacles, it says they're serious about it. This isn't just like a fly-by-night, hit it and quit it, or, what I mean, like one-night stand energy. This is like hey, I'm interested in, I want to try and build something here, but I got to start small because I don't want to scare you away and tell you how much I really feel for you, Gemini. I love it, Gemini. You've had some challenging love readings on my channel, to say the least. You've had some really good career readings lately, but yeah, the last couple love readings were interesting. So I'm happy to see that something here it's quite literally with breaking through with the sun. There's a breakthrough moment here. I love it. All right, so then in regards to this person or this situation that is coming through for Gemini, where are they at? How are they feeling? And matching their energy or not matching their energy? What's up with Gemini? How are they showing up in this spread, please? The Tower. Okay, so this might be unexpected. This kind of, maybe in your blind spot or blind side, there's something, maybe unexpected about not seeing this coming. Tell me more. You may also be coming off of some situation in your own life that is like, I'm just hearing like all hands on deck. So I don't know if, I don't do fear-based messages that, that's against my moral code and credo. Like I don't read to incite fear in a reader, but the Tower card does talk about like kind of major shifts in your life. And I have mixed feelings about the Tower being unexpected. I think sometimes it is, but also I think sometimes it's a long time coming. Ultimately, the Tower follows the devil, so it's being able to free ourselves from something that was keeping us stuck in life. So maybe that's a job. Maybe that's an old relationship. Maybe that's a relationship with a friend or a family member where it's just like you've sort of outgrown it and it's inhibiting your ability to, progress and develop spiritually the way you want to. So yeah, you might be saying goodbye to something in your life that's actually clearing out space and making room for this really lovely opportunity to come through. This card is sticking out, so I'm wanting to look at it. Let's see. So the Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, you're all about things that add positivity to your life, people who meet you halfway. That seems to be a priority. The word loyalty is very important for me with the Nine of Pentacles. And also a priority for you might just be your work. You might be feeling, for a lot of you, I actually am getting success at work. With the Nine of Pentacles, it's feeling more financially assured, feeling more financially secure, financially independent. And maybe for some of you, having a little bit of extra time, money, resources, I'm hearing the word allocation, to give to others. Maybe you're spending your time volunteering, or maybe you're able to, I don't know, for some of you it's like donating or fundraising or something like you're able to give a little extra because you're in a good spot financially. Now, obviously that won't be for everyone. If that's not your story, that's not your story. Something about that is coming through, and I almost feel like energetically it's because, and this has nothing to do with if you're able to give financially or not. That's not the point I'm making, but it has to do with sharing your energy in a very selfless way. You're attracting that energy back into your life, very likely through the form of a romantic partner. So you get what you give, so give where you can. And it's not about burning the candle at both ends. It's not about robbing yourself of things you need for survival, your bare necessities. But yeah, even just the idea of donating clothing or getting rid of something. But it's not so much I'm getting rid of stuff that I don't like because I don't need it. It's there's like a higher vibration to it. It's like giving money to a homeless shelter, and I'm not saying it has to be money, but do you understand what I mean? It's like giving your time, your energy, attention, your love, your kindness to someone who really needs it. Maybe your best friend is going through a breakup and you're kind of coming in to, roll up your sleeves and be sort of their sounding board and give them maybe some advice if they need it. There's something like that, and it's like you're getting something good back. Okay. I'm going to keep those out because I like that. I do think for those of you who feel like you've been in a relationship that didn't give much back, that's about to change. I think you are ushering in a new chapter with a relationship where this person shows up for you. Okay, so let's see. I do think there's something unexpected about this too. This could also be someone who I'm hearing turns back around. So it could be that you guys had an amicable breakup and decided to take a break from something. And again, this won't be everybody's story. Not everybody wants their ex back. It's possible for a few of you out there that you may revisit something, but I want to be very clear. At least so far, this doesn't look like there's a lot of pain or resentment regarding this quote unquote ex or something. It could also be a friend that moved away and you guys are visiting and catching up, or maybe you're having a Skype date, or something about revisiting a friendship is coming through, especially with a Leo. Okay, here we go. What are Gemini's plans in regards to this situation, this person, when it does come in? When they are aware of it, what do their plans or goals look like? What is their plan of attack? Let's see. All right, you're sentimental. There's potentially soulmate energy here. I think you're wanting to immerse yourself in this very warm, fun, lighthearted energy. I don't think you're looking to take anything too seriously at first. Not to say that you're not serious about it. Again, we have to keep going a little bit, but yeah, there's something here about like stop and smell the roses. It's like be present, live in the moment, and appreciate it for what it is. A lot of people have had that message come up recently. All right, so mental sector, what are they thinking? What are they communicating in regards to this situation? What's going through Gemini's mind in this situation? Healing and the Five of Swords. So you still are stuck on something that already transpired in the past, and I'm not necessarily sure it's in relationship to this person. So, I'm always going to say be careful, don't block your blessings, right? If you have this brand new fresh energy, don't project past narratives onto this person. It's sort of like, guilty until proven innocent, when really it should be the opposite, especially with these cards. Your person, whoever this is, they have fantastic energy, so it should be innocent until proven guilty, right? Don't, again, projecting past narratives of something your ex did to you and how that's impacted you. In terms of like the negative emotion, don't bring that into this unnecessarily, because I right now there's nothing here that shows me that that's warranted. I think it's just you kind of coming to terms with something that went down that, maybe this shocking card, it has to do with multiple things. Maybe you were in a relationship and you found out that person was giving to someone else, if you get my drift, right? And maybe that was kind of like, how did I not see that coming? And again, it's sort of like all hands on deck, or I'm hearing like very weird terms like, run for your life or whatever. And again, it's not about fear-based readings, but it's almost like you became aware of some sort of information and you were just like, oh, hell no, I'm out of here. I am out of here. Like, not even second guessing it. And that may have been exiting a past relationship. And so mentally it makes sense if that's the case, that like, yeah, you're still kind of looking back at like, how did this happen? How did I not see it? I think there's confusion about what caused this imbalance. I also think too, mentally though, there is a desire to heal and fix something here too. I could read this in a positive way of, this is a Venus card. The Five of Swords, it's tricky because any five indicates shifts and changes and challenges, right? That's what fives do in tarot. And, if it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you, and therefore the healing can't come. So it is about sort of recognizing things and addressing the elephant in the room, or, quote unquote, the elephant in our heart, meaning that thing that is requiring our attention that we keep maybe swallowing and not bringing to the light, which is really interesting. I actually love that came through. There's something about this person's energy where you might be a little bit mistrusting of it because it's so good. And I think that may be pointing out an area where, do you think you're deserving of this kind of love? Or have you settled for less, where it's become sort of an assumption that it's only going to get this good? That is so funny. We mentioned that movie, As Good as It Gets, right? I'm not saying go out and watch that movie. I'm saying literally the title of that film is very significant here, As Good as It Gets. For some of you, you've really lowered the bar in terms of how people are going to show up for you in your love life. And so when this comes in and it kind of blows your expectations out of the water, instead of being like, I've earned this, there's almost this fear of like, oh, well, is this normal? Like it's almost like you're waiting for the shoe to drop, or you're waiting for, and I'm not saying you're doing this, but I think mentally there's like, should I leave them before they leave me? Because eventually, like, they're going to see that, like, I don't date these types of people. Like, I don't know what it is, but just be really careful of self-sabotage. I really am hearing As Good as It Gets. What if it gets so much better and you had to go through this to realize it? There's something about reaching some sort of low point where you can only go up. And again, I don't say that as fear, or really it's the opposite. It's like an empowered message. But yeah, some of you had to get out of a relationship, a situationship, a hookup situation, whatever it was, because it just wasn't respecting you. The Nine of Pentacles is all about high self-esteem, high regard, high self-respect, and knowing what you give in a relationship and not accepting anything less than that back. I really, really like the person showing up for you, whoever this is, Gemini. Just be cognizant of the things that may trigger in you, because there's something very new and different and unusual or untraditional about this connection for you. It's almost like unexplored territory or uncharted territory. You may not have experienced something this good in a long time. And so it's that, trigger in your own brain of like, oh my God, a high alert, or what am I hearing? It's like this. It's like sounding the alarms of like something is wrong. You're looking to pick out flaws in this because it seems too good to be true. And then again, others of you may resonate with the storyline if you're still healing from something that went on in the past, okay? And maybe it's both for some of you, because this is showing up in your plans. If this person does come in, I'm not saying you're not willing to consider it, but it could be that you're seeing what tips the scales. It's possible that some of you still have plans to revisit something with an ex, right? Some of you. And again, this would only be an ex who you don't necessarily have tons of negative feelings for, but it's possible that your plans coming up are to revisit something in the past, but then mentally you're like, oh, okay, well, this new connection came in, so if I am going to accept that and embrace it and really allow it to thrive, I really have to disconnect with, again, the past stuff. So it's a choice. The Six of Pentacles, it can indicate choices sometimes. All right, so then emotionally, regarding this situation, I just want to be very clear. regarding this, what feels new or a happy revisiting, but it feels new to me. How is Gemini feeling about this new connection? And then we'll ask about the old one. How is Gemini feeling about the new connection emotionally? What is the emotional truth? What is the emotional truth? Are they feeling anything here? What is the emotional truth for this person showing up for Gemini in a high way, high vibe way? King of Swords and Queen of Wands. You're approaching it. King of Swords. There's a blunt truth with the King of Swords. I think you're very much open to this person's friendship. I think you're willing to hear them out. I think you're going to show up as a good communicator. I think your passion drifts in and out. I think there might be something about sending mixed signals here, and I don't think you're doing it intentionally. I have to be honest, Gemini, emotionally, you come off as hot and cold to this person. So they're having trouble getting a pulse on you. And again, it might be because there's a couple people showing up here. It could be that you have emotions for both a fire sign and an air sign. Possibly. I think you're torn. I think there's something about an internal battle or an internal struggle of whether you should cut something out of your life or end something or cease to communicate with something that, again, I'm just getting this idea that it's not necessarily bringing a lot of joy into your life, but there is kind of like this nostalgic, maybe they'll come back. I do kind of get that. I have to be honest. So yeah, in terms of the new person, I stick with everything I said. I think you're having mixed feelings. Again, I think you're showing up as sociable and friendly, and if they ask you out, I think you're going to go. But I think if you continue to entertain this, I think you're going to be hot and cold. I think some days you're going to show up and you're going to be very flirty and passionate with them, and other days you're going to be a little bit withdrawn and like, my weekend was fine. How was yours? Like, it's very, lacking emotion, lacking passion. So then if Gemini is dealing with an ex here, if that's what the plan is to get back together with an ex, can I tell them anything here? I can tell you already, I like the cards here. I really, really like the newer energy. And sometimes the messages go reverse, guys, especially for the cross watchers. Just keep that in mind. Sometimes you can switch the places in the storyline. Might make sense for you. So again, just be open to that. Justice. Let's see. I do think you're looking for a contract, a quote unquote contract, or to renegotiate something that already transpired in the past. It might have to do with a Libra, someone who has strong Libra in their chart. What is the truth here, though? Yeah, I think the truth is that there is still some sort of tethering or some sort of connection to the past. I am not really getting a pulse on if it's a healthy one or not. Hopefully it is, right? If it's an ex that you still hold feelings for, hopefully they were a good person and a good person to you. But I do think there is something about the expectations of what you should be receiving in a relationship. The level of love and commitment that your partner should be willing to share with you, you're raising the bar because you've settled for less. I think you are getting ready and you are prepared to allow someone back into your life if they make the effort, but you don't seem to be moving towards them or communicating that to them. But I think there's almost like a psychic thing if you feel like they might be coming back or yeah, maybe something with a Scorpio. Yeah. Or a Leo. Maybe someone who had a little bit of ego. Maybe someone was a little bit selfish. Maybe someone didn't know what they wanted. That can be very Seven of Swords. And so that's a tricky energy. So I'm going to leave you with that, Gemini. Are you okay willing to wait on someone who doesn't know what they want versus someone who is certain that they want to build something with you? I just have to be honest. That's sort of what I'm getting there. All right. Love Oracle messages for Gemini. Keys on a ring. Stop it. Many options. Decisions. Unconventional. We said that. String along and one night stand. All right. Look, there's 3 keys on there. Jammy. I'm totally kidding. I'm not. There's literally zero judgment here. I have so many placements in Gemini. I can't. I love my Gemini gang. I'm Team Gemini. All right, here we go. Love oracles for Gem. Hammer, sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, and working on it. All right. Here's the thing, though. I'm going to say this. Despite loving this narrative, I'm not going to lie to you, Gemini. It's possible you may have an ex coming back. And this Tower could be the timing is kind of throwing you for a loop, because it's a natural thing in Gemini readings. It's like two of everything. It's like the twins. We can't just do one. And so I'm not saying that you are trying to manifest two people at once, but the timing of this could be tricky, because you may start entertaining the idea of this one, and then your ex comes back and it's a little bit like, okay, this is complicated. And again, possibly by none of your own doing per se, but I'm just saying it's possible. And if it's not you, again, attention to maybe the ex coming back and still having connections to their ex. Do you understand what I mean? Just putting it out there. Kisses, unconditional loving, giving, receiving, affection, falling in love. I'm just going to tuck that in between these two lovely energies up there. All right, one more and then we're going to move on. Not enough, frustrated in a relationship, lacks confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego, and jealousy issues. Interestingly enough, it kind of came over here. So again, there is that debate. I'm hearing like tug of war. It's like deciding which mate will suit you better in the long term. And then not today, not dealing with hurt, avoiding a conversation or a call, and boundaries, or still angry. All right. Let's see real quick. Any confirmation on who or what is coming in regards to characters, archetypes, some sort of confirmation or symbol that would be helpful for my Geminis out there to hear. Let's see for Gemini. Homeless, unemployment, solitude, hunger, bankruptcy, and wandering. I don't think this has to do with literal homelessness. I think this has to do with a poverty mindset, someone who doesn't necessarily feel like they're good enough for you. And that may have been one of the reasons they gave you for needing to end a relationship, especially in the past, of like, yeah, I'm hearing I'm not good enough for you. Lack mentality, lack of self-esteem, and maybe that has to do with you. It's possible your ex may have gone through some stuff, some financial issues too, or losing a job, something like that. Or maybe that's your energy, right? I mean, I'm not predicting that, but there could be something. The thing is, you're coming off as very empowered financially, and if it's not financially, it has to do with really high self-esteem right now. So I don't necessarily know that that's you. I think for a lot of you, if you're dealing with a masculine energy, that might be coming through on your masculine part. And then Ninja, Master of Stealth, Shadow Walker, and Bushido. I don't know what that is. All right, so maybe you're, I don't know, I'm just going to be quite literal. Maybe you're dating someone who's really interested in martial arts. I did see a Scorpio card come up. You do have Pluto, so Scorpios can be very secretive. Scorpios can be a little bit, trying to catch a vibe and catch a pulse, but be a little bit clandestine about it, right? I also think this is indicative of someone sneaking into your life, whether it's good or bad. I think it's both. I think this person already has eyes on you without you knowing that they do. Not in a bad way, it's just I think they've been preparing to make an offer for you. Maybe it's a coworker, maybe it's a friend of a friend, maybe it's like this person's coming in and you may be like, who are you again? Don't say that to them, Gemini. All right, one more. Here we go. Oh, two more. All right, two more. Community, neighbors, team, connection, society, and cooperation. All right, so rely on your friends, count on your friends. It's Aquarius season, which is all about making strides and connections in the community and friendship groups and that sort of thing. So there's people around who can support you through this. You may end up being a listening ear to one of your friends who's going through a tough time. And then you have detective, investigator of the truth, the sleuth, clues, pursuer, and truth unveiled. Again, very Scorpio energy. I'm also getting Aquarius and Capricorn off of that. There's a need for you to take a closer look. And as I said that, I'm sorry, this is like how I relay messages. So if it's not your thing, then sorry. But I'm literally seeing the poster for American Beauty. That's the tagline for that movie. It's take a closer look, right? It's something like that. Something about roses, American Beauty. I don't know. I don't really know symbolically why that would be coming up, but maybe some of you just watched that the other day. But I think that phrase is important. It's like take a closer look. All right, here we go. We're going to move on from that. We are going to talk about career, money, and finances. Look at that big old mess I just created. In fact, let's turn these over because I don't want to be looking at cards that say not enough. She's welcome in the financial reading, though. We like her. All right, career, money, and finances. Gemini. Career, money, and finances. Feelings, I love you. Well, there you go, Gemini. You may be getting too emotional at the moment that you are losing control of your career and finances. Stand up and come back stronger. Yeah, so just make sure that your relationships aren't taking a toll on you mentally and you're not showing up to work in a good way. That being said, I think that, honestly, I think there's flirty energy with coworkers right now, Gemini. I have to be honest with you. And I also think you're showing up in like this kind of dreamy, euphoric, especially if you have a crush on someone, you're showing up to work and it's not necessarily that it's distracting you, maybe a little bit, but it's like people are looking at you like, did you do something different today? Like you just look so, like your skin just glows. You look so healthy today. I don't know, there's something about the being in the energy of love. It's like, for some of you, it's really positive though. It's raising your vibe. It's like, it's making you more attractive to other people. You little vixen. All right, here we go. I'm kidding with you, Gemini. I hope you know that. All right, here we go. Discovery. Try something new and explore other options will help you learn and grow. The opportunities are just waiting for you. For you to be discovered. Does that make sense? The opportunities are just waiting for you to be discovered. Okay. These are supposed to deal with romance, but interesting. I'm just going to leave it at that. They're supposed to deal with career, but they kind of feel more romantic, don't they? And then perceptive. Your viewpoints about money are changing positively. It's time to see the bigger picture in growing your finances. Your values are affecting your decisions. And we're going to do one more because this is sticking out. Oh, two. Good Lord. North Star. You are facing the future with excitement as you follow your dreams and embrace your passion in life. You are now directed to your life's purpose. That just makes me think of like Aurora Borealis and, the Northern Lights. And then clever. Working smart gets work done. Focus on the basics to get better solutions. Sometimes you just need to keep it simple. Okay, cool. So those are our money cards. We're going to do 2 quick oracle cards. Crystal banner, sign of the times. What do we need to know for Gemini? Is there an oracle or confirmation Gemini needs to hear about either career, money, finances, or anything else in their life? Clouds, distractions. Okay, so that did come out twice, so I have to honor that message, that careful that your emotional relationship stuff isn't bleeding over into your work and making things mucky. And then, let's see, phrases, motivation, never give up. So yeah, you may be giving yourself like a pep talk. You may need to do that thing where you put sticky notes or Post-it notes on the mirror to give yourself some like positive love affirmations, remind yourself how good you are. Don't depend on others to indicate your self-worth. Indicate isn't the word I wanted to use, but I can't think of it. But set the stage by showing people how you treat yourself and that they need to come correct, and that's how they need to treat you. Don't look for admiration, attention, affection, approval, praise from other people. That needs to come internally. That being said, a compliment never hurts, don't get me wrong. But you can't be reliant on, your self-esteem can't be reliant on that. And then karmic path, 8. All right, let's read that. These are short little ones. 8 makes me think of strength, Leo energy. You had a little bit of Leo energy coming up, so. And also Saturn, Aquarius, Capricorn. Karmic path. Ooh, this is a long one. Karmic lessons, learning experience, hard work, perseverance, and structure. A new and valuable lesson is available to you at this time. This moment requires your due diligence. Pay attention to what is being presented to you. Have you been down this road before? Our souls come to this earth to learn valuable lessons as beings and for the planet. What are you being taught now? This moment may require hard work, but it will have many long-lasting rewards. You are not being punished, but you are gaining tools and experiences for living that will be with you for the rest of your life. Drawing this card is also here to tell you that you have the foundations of what you are the foundations of what you are building is strong and is part of your legacy. The symbol of Saturn. Saturn is the 6th planet from the sun and the 2nd largest in the solar system. It is connected to the concepts of limitations and restrictions. Although it may seem depressing on the surface, Saturn's role in astrology is to bring meaning and structure to our lives. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. Thanks for joining me today. Please hit the like button. That would be amazing. I would really appreciate it. If you want to leave a positive comment or an emoji, all of those things help this reading find a greater audience on YouTube, and it helps my channel grow. If you are not already subscribed, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell if you want to be alerted when I post my readings. If you want more content from me, I am on Instagram and Facebook. And if you want to share a tip or a donation, you can hit the heart symbol with the $ sign through it, and that would be appreciated as well. I'm the Intuitive Teacup, and I will see you soon for more tarot.